We're just taking pot shots from all the way over here.
Yeah, it works. And we can only get minorly hurt as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can take a pot shot from like a distance and only sustain minor injury, I'd always go for that. Well, you jumped over, but
Yeah, that's just so I could grab coins. I can't die. That would mean the game would have to actually care about my character.
Well, you can die.
Aye, if a random stray bullet hits me.
But yeah, you spawn back in. But yeah. Whereas if I die and you're still alive, it's like, nah, it's fine. You can just 13 seconds now to play for. Sometimes I would shoot at you as well because I'd be like, you're definitely an enemy.
I don't even know how you could even see my character.
Well, sometimes when you're charging up, you have a glow about you. It's like, oh, there's one over there. Throw things at it.
So my character is glow and more glow.
Yeah.
With a swirl.
Oh, you ever seen Glow? Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Ah, one episode.
Which is the first episode or just an episode randomly?
First episode.
Okay, right.
No, I picked the middle episode.
You just said an episode, right? So maybe you fucking, just let me finish this episode, you end up watching a full episode in the middle. That's the only show I can think of that has an otherkin in it. Or an ethereal, I'm not sure, but they're like, my spirit's a wolf spirit.
My spirit's a wolf spirit.
Yeah, and they dress all like a wolf and stuff, like, they've got a whole look about them and shit, it's radical. But it's cool because it's not treated like comedically in a way, like it's a comedy show, so it kind of is, but kind of isn't. You know what I'm saying? But it's the joke isn't, haha, isn't that weird? You know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's really bugging me how disjointed the audio and the video and the visuals are. You ever watch documentaries on furries? I do all the time.
No.
Otherkins and furries and Ethereans and shit. It's radical.
Do you know, I think the only reason I wanted that one was because it shot out multiple arrows, and in my head I was like, that's pretty cool sounding. 50 arrows at one time, I'll have to accept that.
Yeah. But it spreads them out like a foot apart, so it's like...
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the one with three of them will hit one person, whereas your one, like, one will hit, like, everyone on screen.
I have 180 degrees of shoot.
You don't even test it out.
Well, we've got ice to shoot. Why would I pick wind? It would just melt it.
Go away. Everyone knows wind is colder than snow.
Wind is the worst.
Wind is actually the worst.
It makes days colder.
Yeah.
I can't tell if I landed in the water, just decide.
Like it can be like a nice hot day as well, and you're just like, oh wow, there's a little bit of a breeze, and then the breeze picks up, and you're like, fuck, where's my coat?
It's that thing of like, you're like, oh fine, fuck the breeze. Oh fuck the breeze.
Yeah. It's like, oh cool, you've made this I can just wear a shirt day to fucking 3 extra layers day.
3 extra layers.
Yeah, man. Scotland has some jank weather. It gets cold. It's real cold here. It rains a lot.
It rains a lot.
It does. So I was in Edinburgh the other day, right, and I saw people have to be like the wee tartan bonnets, right, like the wee Jimmy hats, not the ones with the hair, but you know what I'm saying. And I was just like, it's funny because it's like I think that the wee tartan bonnet's the only thing where it's like you could either be someone who lives in Edinburgh or a tourist. It's the only 2 people who wear them. You know.
There's someone who lives in Edinburgh.
Yeah, like if an old person is wearing one, yeah, they live there, right? But if someone young is wearing them, you know, it's like, I don't know if you live here or not.
Did your granddad give you it? Or...
I saw a guy with one, and like,
there it is.
Because of the way it's all stitched up as well, each panel on it was a different bit of tartan. It was really cool.
Wow, that was an insta kill for me because of my bad spawn in time.
Yeah, man. Edinburgh's dope.
It is.
We're going to Edinburgh Museum for my birthday.
Yay.
I'm an adult. So I picked a museum. No, it's a fun day out. It's not stuffy and boring. Like some museums are very like upper class and thingy. That one's like a good day out for the family and shit like that. You know, there's a whole thing on like
I had a big fear of the boulders there. I went backwards.
yeah. But it's cool. We can kill him without even going. Oh, that's right. His health bar isn't there. I think we're here for like 20 minutes. Fucking. So I get this bastard deed, but he's just like, no, you're not close enough for me to have a health bar. Yeah, he's already be dead by now. Yeah, because I think 2 lots of my wee fucking minion bams like end them. So I've worked it out.
The puzzle
This is pretty
stuff,
cool.
right?
You see something like Devil May Cry and Sonic games and that, where like you're on the outskirts of a level, having to dodge so you can get close to someone.
Yeah. Devil May Cry is so hard.
Well, you were playing the third one, which
I've played all of them.
no, but the last one you played was the third one, and the whole thing with the third one is they had to make it easier for the Western release because
They
the
had to
Japanese one
make
was
it
too hard.
easier, and I'm still stuck
Oh no,
in
people,
the tutorial
it's
level.
still a hard game, yeah. I think the third one's my favourite. Is that the one where fucking like the world is infected? So like planes and helicopters and fucking like tanks become all evil with like big fucking Resident Evil eyes on them.
No,
Is that
that's
the
the
second?
first one.
That's not the first one. The first one takes place in a castle.
You're right. It's the second one then.
Oh, the second one's my favourite. I played that one for ages. I thought I completed it.
I just skip around. I don't even complete one.
Like I beat like the first major boss in the game, who's like a skyscraper, and I was like, I've completed the game. And then it was like, oh, it keeps going. Oh, there's more game. Ah,
I just play Devil May Cry and I get stuck on a boss and I'm like, oh no. And then I think to myself, you know, I'm gonna play the next game on. And I played the third one because in my head I was like, I'm half sure I've not played this one.
so I didn't realise this part was going to be close to 30 minutes. And I can't see how long it is on the timeline because we're recording over it, so I can't change it. So
I'm pretty sure I take over this boss fight.
I'm okay with this part being longer, as long as it's not too much longer.
I have a feeling it'll be cut down.
I can't cut it down because we're doing a voiceover. I just have to do another voiceover, and we're not doing that. So this can be an hour-long special. It's not
No,
an hour
you
long.
do the all now and then you just cut it in half.
Ah. Never have a weird jank cutting it. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it when things are bad.
I'm back.
See my R.
See my art.
Yeah, it's bad.
Why did you drop down just to shoot them?
Probably fail.
I don't believe you.
It's probably
I believe you just
wasting
have a hatred for walls.
time. I'm like, why can't...
I died because the game wouldn't let me move.
It's not that I hate walls, it's that I hate ceilings, and you can only have ceilings if they're walls.
I understand everything.
Oh, here's me being clever. Like, I'll just dodge everything and destroy the turrets. Yeah,
The turrets. No, not that.
You know, it's funny now watching it from the past because I can see how angry, I can feel how how angry my younger self would have been right now at not being able to do this nonsense.
I took damage.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's even there.
You weren't even there. Sometimes that would happen in the game, you would say, like, I'm not near anything, what just hit me? I don't know if this game is broken or not.
It just hates me.
Yeah. Like, Player 2 being an add-on feature that just got tagged on at the end, that happens in quite a lot. You hear that in quite a lot of games, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, supercharged my Merida so I could attack those fucking things. Oh, he's a boss! I didn't even realise he was bigger. No, I just didn't. Oh, you fight him twice in the game then. I assume it's a he.
It's more of an it.
Yeah. Oh, it's legit just a scaled up version of the smaller ones. Or they're a scaled down version of it. I don't know either way.
got like no health.
Ah, speaking of giants in Scotland, all countries have a mythology to do with giants, but Scotland has one to do with Brina, I think it is. I'm going to pop the name up on screen because I can't remember the thing. And it's how people thought Scotland was made. So, giantess. And she had blue skin and white hair and rust-coloured teeth. And with her magic hammer, she just like, see this big fucking landmass? Whoop-a-pa-pa! And carved out a Scotland. You know? And then she was like, my maid's kind of shit. Boom! It's a big hole in the ground. Wah! Now you're a loch. That's how Loch Lomond was made. And then she was like, I need a mountain throne. So she carved out Ben Nevis. Which is the biggest mountain in Scotland. And across all of the UK.
Yep.
And there's how people thought Scotland was made. Because, you know, old-timey shit. And you know, that makes just as much sense as like, oh, everything is constantly moving and colliding and the Ice Age happened sometimes and maybe there was eruptions or something, you know, where the earth is just like bleh. You know what, a giantess with a magic hammer, that's more understandable.
I figured out how losing health is. Every time I'm off screen I have to get forced back for teleportation, which is fantastic seeing as the game's forcing it.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening.
The game's forcing me to be injured. Yeah. It counts as me falling off the edge.
Oh, that's right. Like, whenever I'm not to the top of your thing, like, anything like that. Whenever anything dies, lightning just zaps it away. We are so shit at this game.
You are. I think this is the one where I'd try and take over for you, but you.
I wouldn't let you play as Merida, and I was like super annoyed at it. And then I let you play as Merida, and the first time you fucking beat it. Yeah, I don't know if that's already happened in one of the older parts or this part, but yeah. And probably this part scenes we're dying a fuck ton. But it's that thing where it's like, again, like the audio's gone, so I can say it and it's fine.
Mhm.
Again, I can feel how frustrated Past Ryan was at playing this bit.
It's like the only time you play Willow and get to feel what it's like being unwanted.
I couldn't find the character, I didn't know where it was. Like, it's funny because, like, again, we, last Friday? Like, we're on Thursday right now. Last Saturday, right? We played this and completed it, and that was our last time playing it. That is when I just figured out how to beat the boars.
How did you do that?
All your sword.
Oh yeah.
You use your sword and you use the element that they're weak against, because your sword does way more damage than your bow, but your bow has the thing of like, oh, you don't get hit by close-up shit. But no, like 2 years later, the last time ever playing it, because let's be honest, I'm never going to play this game again. It made me feel like watching the movie. Didn't get round to it. I watched Due South. It's about Mounties. They come from Canada. Canada's a northern country which is cold. Connected to another country. And the people of it get mistaken as the people from the southern country. So I suppose it's like it.
Yeah.
The guy could probably do archery and he could do everything else. He had a death bow.
Death bow.
Yeah. Like Diefenbaker, let's go. We need to enunciate his words really thingy. And the dog was like,
Alright.
Yeah. He lived in like the northern north part of Canada. So like oh yeah, the moose, eh? Canada is a tundra. Like tundra. We build an igloo to survive the elements. Like that type of nonsense. That's North Canada. Yeah. So high north, you're almost in Alaska.
Almost in Alaska.
Yeah. Oh, there's an Arrogant Worm song that speaks about that actually. And it's like, and damn those Alaskans because they're norther.
Damn those Alaskans because they're north.
Yeah, because you're like, Canada's to the north. The Alaskans have the northest.
Do you know what?
What?
I was playing this a lot better back
Back in the day.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Because I figured out what I'd done. I'd got to a point where I could see and then kept shooting in a straight line. Because I knew I'd hit something. But
you know, I just saw that. I just kept an eye there on your health bar. You did lose damage when the game had to spawn you towards me, yeah.
But I would stand in a corner and I would shoot. So I'd be taking care of those two top ones and the enemies, only needing to point in one direction. But when I was playing recently, I kept running around and shooting everywhere. Wow. My attack was really strong now.
See, look at the boar, right? And how hard it is to actually fucking like deal with it. Because like I'm shooting it with the arrows, and when you shoot them with the arrows, they do take probably about close to 30, right? So when you hit them with your sword, they take about 6 or 7, and they get stun locked.
Unless this is me playing, we win because of that.
Well, you know, but still it doesn't matter. Oh, he done a stamp and killed me.
Ah, it must be you playing.
Oh. I must have been so fucking raging. Like I can hear myself from the past whinging and moaning and no, just you know, being a huffy puff. You know what I'm saying? Oh wow! You see the fucking shockwave on that bad boy he throws?
Yeah, it's really big. It's like it's Dawson.
Like the Isle of Man, that was also supposedly made by a giant, a Scottish giant. So, do you know the Galway stepping stones in Ireland?
Yeah.
Aye. The big square things in the ocean that are like fucking scary looking. There's a whole bunch of them. There's someone Scottish coast or whatever as well. No, Fergus's cave. There's a bunch in Fergus's cave, right? And Fergus was an Irish giant. And he was in Fergus's cave and he was making stepping stones to Ireland to get to an Irish giantess who was also making stepping stones so they could be together. And then a jealous Scottish giant just picked up a fucking massive hunk of earth and just tossed it in the sea. Like, I'll build my own stepping stones. And fucking, that's how the Isle of Man was supposed to have been made.
Nice.
Yeah. Fergus's cave's pretty dope.
Sounds it.
Yeah, it's like you can go speedboat trips and thing it, and you can see it. And it's like it's this big scary cave with all these like rushing waves and stuff. I like how everything in the game has a health bar but bosses.
I'm
Like-
standing at his feet whacking away as
Yeah.
he's chasing you down.
Like I despise health bars, and I know I've said that in every single Let's Play we've ever done, right? But one of the most annoying things about health bars is when they're inconsistent. I'd rather no one had them or everyone had them, not mix and match. There's a game where you can add health bars. What is it? It's Metal Gear Solid 5. There's a level up that gives you health bars, and I don't want that level up because I hate them. Taking out the trash. Why did we get that achievement for beating a rock giant?
Maybe it was a smelly rock giant.
Actually, talking about rock giants, because I said he, even though it's more of an it. I was watching a video essay on the Transformers and how like it's stupid to say they're not male because they're very clearly coded as male.
Yeah.
Especially it's like to say like there needs to be more females, but they're not technically male. No, they just have male voices and act in a atypically manly way. Or whatever. And it was interesting. It was really interesting. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. So it's interesting that in a game that like this, it's just so thingy to say he. I said that before about like Dark Souls bosses and that, you know?
We got our ground attacks and we've done nothing but play with them.
Like, see the big mushrooms?
and Dark Souls door.
Yeah. See the mushrooms in Dark Souls now? They're my favourite character. I never describe them as he or she, and then a bunch of the other enemies, I never he or she them either. But something about a rock giant, my brain was just like, he. Yeah, no just which is weird because they don't usually do that. My brain doesn't immediately jump to it has to have a gender one. But yeah, that's another 2 parts down. Woo! We're still doing another voiceover for the next 2 parts probably. Yay!